been there for my whole life. The ones that came later in my life, yeah. I appreciate all the blessings God has given me, and I want to repay it to you like this. Clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Introducing. This is the joint where we give shout outs to all the peeps, you know what I'm saying? You know we couldn't do this joint without spreading some love to the ones. Yo, check it. Yeah. If I just ruled the world, I would give y'all everything. Yes, we going out. We going out just like that. Yeah. We going out. We going out just like that.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? How you?
Like a prayer.
Wow, it seems like there's international news regarding Trump's debate with Harris, and this is from Germany, so let's peep it.
Pentagon in Washington, a field in Shanks, Pennsylvania, and the former site of the World Trade Center in downtown Manhattan. That is where dozens of politicians gathered Wednesday morning, including former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris, who met face-to-face for a second time in as many days. Their handshake Wednesday came with thanks and even Trump patting the vice president's hand. A more gracious tone than the night before, as the two shook hands before an hour-and-a-half-long debate filled with acrimony and arguments over policy.
Understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails, because certainly we know now the court won't stop him. We know J.D. Vance is not going to stop him. I'd invite you to know that Donald Trump actually has no plan for you, because he is more interested in defending himself than he is in looking out for you.
She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run.
CBS News Chief Washington correspondent Major Garrett joins me now. Major, you've had 24 hours to digest all that was said or not said.
Trump is the only person that is proud to speak that way. Of course, her plan doesn't read that way, but he has to totally demean it as some form of like hoping that people don't see through the fact that he lost that debate to the better debater. It's that simple. He can't admit that he lost to the better debater. You know, that's Trump's whole thing. He cries foul all the time. Each and every time is foul. What type of privilege is that? I mean, the last time you had a privilege like that, that sounds like a king. I mean, but who likes a person that has privilege, that yields privilege that way? Who does that? In every other circumstance, you would be against it, right? What you talking about, man? Yo, Donnie, check this out, man. I got this post from Pumpkin. And this is real talk about Germany, man. Look, this is a reply from Germany about some of Trump's debate. What you say? Donnie, you must be speaking sarcastically. Yeah, but in any case, let me drop the link in case somebody wants to hop up while I got a minute here. Yes, indeed. Pumpkin be on it, bro. Let me see here. She definitely is on it. That's what I mean. They got a big up to Pumpkin, and because you miss out on stuff like this. Now, this was from Germany, so let's peek a little more, and then we're gonna go through the article real quick. Let's see here.
During the debate. So where are you now, 24 hours later?
John, you and I love this work. And one of the things that we've learned covering presidential debates is there's something humbling about what we regard and circle on our transcripts of moments we thought were super vital. When we go out and talk to voters, they have something else completely different circled in their minds of what stuck out to them, what resonates with them. So I'm always cautious about this process, but some things were obvious. There is this fantastical story that you're going to deal with later in the show about Springfield, Ohio, and whether Haitian immigrants are eating pets. They are not, but somehow that found its way on the debate stage. It didn't need to be there, and it undermined something that Trump has a legitimate policy difference and something that voters really care about, immigration. Much of that momentum, to the degree that it existed, now lost because of this fantastical story. What I heard today from many Republicans.
I don't understand people that even cap for Trump at all, give him any legitimacy. I don't understand that, but yeah.
Was a sense of many lost opportunities for the former president. What I heard from Democrats was Kamala Harris did the thing that she most needed to do, keep the momentum going and keep the sense she is not just a candidate about joy, but a genuine alternative who knows what the presidency looks like and can stand on stage with its most recent.
What is this? Some right wing dude? Is this the right wing side of CBS? Is that what it is? Hold on, let me see who that is. All right, what's up, Donnie? You there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, welcome, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. Just riding with you, and I'm just here for the ride. So you know what I'm saying, just listening in.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome, brother. Anytime. I'm happy to have you up, man. And yeah, let's check it. Let's see what they're talking about, because this is related to an article, right? So the article is responding to what they saw here, apparently.
Occupant that is a political opponent of hers. That was crucial for Democrats in their levels of expectations going in. They felt very satisfied that they were met, at least to their standards.
As you so perfectly put it, the perspective is key in understanding how this shakes out with actual humans who are going to do the voting. But with that in mind, nevertheless, how do these performances make the campaign easier or harder for the two candidates going forward in, say, the next couple of weeks or so?
So these debates are external and internal events. They're external events for the voters watching them and judging them and making decisions about them. We'll find out in a week whether or not there's a bump for either candidate about that. They're also internal events. What do they make the candidate feel like afterwards? What do they make the inner circle feel like? What do they make the volume of supporters, meaning volunteers and others, people who write checks, people who donate, and people who are part of the larger structure? Democrats last night felt very good about their larger structural momentum after the debate. Republicans less so. They felt that they were going to need at least 24 to 48 hours to sort of dig back out of this trench created by the underperformance of former President Trump. Not an impossible task. It's just one that they'd...
It was the underperformance and not the overperformance of Harris. But check this out. Apparently, this article is Germany responds to Donald Trump's debate comments. Germany is denying an assertion made by former President Donald Trump during the presidential debate Tuesday about the country's renewable energy industry. You believe in things like we're not going to frack. We're not going to take fossil fuel. We're not going to do things that are going to be strong, whether you like it or not. Trump said in his debate against Vice President Kamala Harris, Germany tried that. Okay, and within 1 year, they were back to building normal energy plants. You know, what'd you think about that kind of comment, Donnie, from a president?
Well, you know, I'm still just, I just tapped in, VB. I don't have an informed opinion, and I don't act like it either, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe I will at some point, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I find it a little strange, man. This comment, you believe, like, to make comments about other countries in your own debate, like you're supposed to be selling your own stuff, but he is focusing on dissing Germany in a comment, you know? Like, to me, it just sounds like something you wouldn't expect from most presidents to comment on national issue, you know, international relations or anything like that so openly, you know, but especially during a campaign. But that's what they're saying anyway. So Germany's Germany's biting back. So they say, but on Wednesday, Germany's Federal Foreign Office decided to issue a rebuttal echoing the former president's language. Like it or not, Germany's energy system is fully operational with more than 50% renewables, and Federal Foreign Office shared on the X. And we are shutting down, not building coal and nuclear plants. Coal will be off the grid by 2038 at the latest. Okay, the German Foreign Office also poked at Trump for another comment he made during the debate. P.S. We also don't eat cats and dogs. It concluded, referring to Trump's debunked claim that Haitian migrants had eaten pets in Springfield, Ohio. The town's authority have said that there have not been credible reports about migrants targeting pets. Okay. Contradiction with fact and humor, that is the right answer to disinformation. German State Minister Anna Luhrmann added on Thursday about her government's response. As Democrats, we can no longer allow ourselves to leave false statements uncommented. There you go. Yeah, man. Now check this out.
Well, VB, I will say that like that's a lot of the rhetoric right now that you hear in the YouTube quote unquote hemisphere or streets, whatever you want to say. That a lot of these migrants or whatever are eating.
Yes.
I dismiss it, and to me it's just rhetoric. But people are running with this narrative. It's crazy.
Yes, man. People are running with it, man. It's obviously false claims and made to stir up some sort of racial division or anger, some kind of, for political use. It seems like to me, and it's so foul to do that because it kind of belittles whatever other issues might be there, It's like when you make these kind of claims, it makes it difficult to deal with anything that might be real.
Just for me, some of the things I think, like, I'm not worried about no immigrants, right? Because like, how many times have I'm one of the only black people on my job. It's like three, if you really want to do the most. And, ain't nobody taking no jobs from nobody, right? I don't know what.
I never heard of it.
What? You guys don't. When I say you guys, I mean us. I mean, there's certain things we don't want to do, right?
Yeah.
It's just a simple fact. Like when you travel, like for example, I went to Bahamas, right? And who do you see? Nothing but black folks, dark-skinned people.
A lot of them. Yeah.
Cutting and mowing the grass, cutting and mowing the grass. All the attendance to all levels of activity. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't get it, and I'm not buying into that part of it. They're taking the jobs or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not buying into it either. Now check this out. Let me see. There's this guy from the Haitian community. Let me see here. Is it on now?
In his story and say, constituents are calling my office saying that they saw someone eat a dog or cat or ate Garfield. I don't think so. He's lying. I asked the media to reach out to Senator Vance and ask him for the records of his legislative office. We want to see what constituents are actually saying these lies. Reba, who works in my office, we record the phone number and name of every person that calls our office. That's what a legislative office is supposed to do. And so we're going to ask J.D. Vance, show us the proof. Right. Because there is no proof. You're a liar. You're lying about such good people. That's un-Christian. How dare you? How dare you go to church? You don't deserve to be a senator.
That's right.
And I'm asking Elon Musk. I know you were in space today, but honestly, you act like a...
Wow. That's a lot. He was breaking them off something, man. You hear that? Yeah, Haitian community activists are pissed at Donald Trump over pet eating claims. And I could imagine that they would be. I could imagine that they would be. And it's so foul. It is so foul. Matter of fact, Andrea's there. Andrea, I think she said she has some Haitian friends too.
Yeah, but it's just a weak talk. It's just weak rhetoric. You know, you really, I won't even entertain it, but
it's sick. It's sick, man. But it's gone around. And obviously you can see the world's heard about it. Because when you got Germany saying it, that's their way of saying, why are you even talking about what we're doing? We're supposed to be partners.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People are using this as a talking point. It's bullshit. To me, you know.
It's terrible, bro. Yo, do you know any Haitians, Donnie, by the way? Have you met any, like, living in the U.S.? Like, you're from...
No, I can't say I have, but a few Africans come, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I work from time to time. They come and go, right?
Yeah.
And normally, the crazy part, BB, they're Christians. They subscribe to Christianity. I just found it weird. Anyway,
it's true.
You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, you heard the brother say that there too. Like, he said, how can you be a Christian, or how could you go to church? Something like that. Yeah. They're supposed to help each other, Christians, right? I mean, or help people in general, right? Humanity. Anyway, love you. I couldn't help but to laugh at the end of that. No offense to anybody that is, you know, Abrahamic, religious, Christian, or, you know, Jew or Muslim, but you know what I mean. But in any case, I agree, Donnie. At this point, the media today, unfortunately, should they have even let him make that comment? Shouldn't they have just shut that comment down, the media outlets themselves, from the start? Like, isn't it them that's supposed to be having a no tolerance zone?
Well, I think it's the information age, right? And everybody got to be fact checked now. You know, the standards are gone. That's just the way I see it.
Okay, right? The standards are gone. The standards are gone. Right. Now, I agree, because this next story, you're not going to believe what it is, Donnie. Check this out. This is incredible. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Company says Kamala Harris debate earrings strikingly similar to his Bluetooth device offers to make ones for Trump.
This
is this is the New York Post, bro. That's a big outlet playing this stupid shit. Excuse me.
No. I mean, oh Lord.
Dare we even hear what they got to say? Yeah.
Maybe she was wearing earpiece, but nah, who would be dumb enough to do that, right? But these are pretty interesting looking earrings.
These are the conspiracy channel. And look, I love conspiracies, but when they stupid, that's the ones I don't love. You know, I don't love all conspiracies, but here's one.
Hey, man. Yeah, I don't know. That might. Hey, that's Tar's.
What do you think?
That's Brother Tar's lane. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting into the mud on that one. Yeah.
Yo, hey, listen. Just because you see it, don't believe it. Just because you see it, don't believe it. Okay, there's earrings. I mean, what's the point? It doesn't make any. There'll always be an exception. You know, somebody made the rules and somebody agreed to the rules. Right? Everybody agreed to the rules before they went in. And now after the debate, all of this extra stuff. How could there be room for all of these extra things when you could have set standards in the beginning for all those theories, all those types of happenings? You could scan people's earrings, for example. Why did they do that? And why isn't there a conspiracy about that? Like, yeah, why didn't the conspiracy theory people actually think of that? That's a conspiracy in itself, you know? But let me play some more of this, man. Hold on. Let's see here. I think I got to turn the music down. Okay.
It was 3-1. It was a rigged deal, as I assumed it would be, because when you looked at the fact that they were correcting everything and not correcting with her.
You hear that? Correcting. You saw the debate, right, Donnie?
Yeah.
Now, would you say that they spent all their time, like that they were unfair, that they dealt with Trump unfairly? Would you say that?
I saw the debate. I just BB. I'm learning, and I'm not really a political guy. I'm here trying to learn.
True.
I hear the rhetoric like everybody else. I really don't have a stance, brother. I'm sorry I couldn't give you something more definitive at this time, but
You know, I understand. You know, I think it's no matter what. It's to me, it's just it comes down to excuses. Like,
they're definitely playing games, right?
yeah, you know, it's like, come on, what is this? When is it ever going to go right?
You know, so
when's it ever going to? It's never going to go right. Apparently, can't get it right ever. You know. Anyway, Donnie, I don't know. This is the news today, bro. Now, one last thing now. This is not so funny. This is actually the opposite. This is where it gets serious. Apparently, this is 14 hours ago. Can you see this? And this was by Black Lives Matter. I don't know what town they're in. We joined Javion McGee's family in demanding answers from the Henderson Police Department. All right, check this one out.
My little cousin, Javion McGee, he's from Chicago, Illinois. He was 21 years old and would have been 22 in a few weeks. He was found hanging from a tree in
she's not from
Chicago.
What you say?
She's not from Chicago.
No, she's from I don't know where Henderson is. That's Vance County Sheriff Office, North Carolina. That's in North Carolina, bro. Yeah, this is she's from Chicago, was found hanging from a tree in North Carolina on Wednesday. Not this lady talking, obviously, but here.
He drove trucks, so that was his reason for even being out there. The police officers are trying to say that he went to Walmart and purchased a rope and hung himself.
You see, he's in the background in that picture, Javion McGee. Right.
We obviously don't believe that, and we are just asking for your help to push his story out there. This isn't covered on any local platforms. No news stations, radio, none of that. So we're trying to push it out there. We really need your help. The police officers in the coroner's office are giving us a hard time, not allowing his mom to identify the body. At one point, they told her she can't identify the body due to COVID. And then the next day, today, they told her the father has to give her permission for that, which he said that he would. She asked if they could send her pictures at least. They told her yes, and then turned around and told her, oh, I don't think that you want to see your son like that. Come on.
Wow.
Like, this is just very devastating for my family, and we really need to push this story out there. So if y'all could please repost this video, keep saying his name, Javion McGee.
Javion McGee.
So I might be confused, but how does this come into what am I missing?
What, you mean connection with the election?
Yeah.
No, there's no connection. This has just happened in the last 14 hours.
Okay.
This is just up, the latest in news. This apparently happened, and they're saying that it's not in the major media. The major media is not covering it. Let me see something. Yeah, that's all. And outside of that, this dude was found hanging on a tree. He's not from North Carolina. What you think about that?
Yeah, I don't like to normalize death.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, it's a tragedy, right? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. People just got to tighten up. You know, shit.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to know with these things, but I guess
Right. I mean,
major media maybe didn't cover it, but some news outlets have been.
you got kids and stuff like that. What do you send? How do you send them outside with what instructions do they have? You know, I don't know. There's layers to it. It's a tragedy. You know.
Yep, you're right, bro. It is a difficult decision to make. What to do about the kids when things like this can happen, apparently. But if somebody said that somehow there has to be a better way to know if something is suicide versus murder. Like, it always struck me as odd, like how that seems to be like a point where people meet. People that don't like hangings meet
Yeah.
with others, and then all of a sudden they're met with, no, it's not a hanging, it's not a murder, it's a suicide.
It's just an easy way for them to sweep it under the rug and not get their hands dirty and just keep moving on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I wonder where this. I wanted to play this video here, but I'm gonna see. I'm gonna have to do something about that. See why it's not playing in this browser. But yeah, bro. That's just the one topic I wanted to try to check up on, but it's not playing the video here. Let me go back actually and see if I can find one more that might be more equally as relevant. Right here. Right. Let's try this. 13 hours ago. Okay. Devastated family in Chicago is demanding answers after the loved one was found dead on Wednesday in a rural area in Henderson, North Carolina, against a tree and had a rope around his neck. Against a tree and had a rope around his neck. The family, according to ABC 11, is going from Chicago to North Carolina to demand information on the death of the 21-year-old truck driver, Javion McGee. As the news station reported, McGee was found leaning with his back up against a tree and a rope around his neck. Leaning? What does that mean? Leaning.
Yeah.
That's not hanging. Because hanging, if they mean hanging should be the word they're using. Leaning? Sounds like not hanging.
Either way. Right. He came up short.
What police have said so far, although police haven't yet provided much details, Vance County Sheriff Curtis R. Bram is refuting some of the information circulating on the net. I understand there's over 1,000 hits on TikTok accusing the sheriff's office of not being transparent, not providing information to the family, and that is not true. Bram said, per ABC 11, there has been information put out there that there's a lynching in Vance County. There's not a lynching in Vance County. The young man was not dangling from the tree. He was not swinging from a tree. The rope was wrapped around his neck. It was not a noose. There was not a knot on the rope. So therefore, it was not a lynching here in Vance County. While McGee's body is sent, that is a weird statement. Why do they need to go through all these details to say, are they talking about what is technically a lynching in their rule book? Like, where does it say that's what a lynching is exactly? I don't know, man. All right. While McGee's body is sent to the medical examiner for an autopsy, Bram said there are no signs of foul play. According to the sheriff, McGee died shortly after he went to a nearby Walmart. Information will be available to the family as soon as the autopsy report is available. Okay, so they're saying he just left Walmart and died. According to CBS 17, the deputy said they responded to a call at 285 Vanco Mill Road on Wednesday and found the 21-year-old in a seated position with a rope wrapped around his neck. and the other end of the rope attached to a tree. The Aurora, Illinois native was found outside of a fenced-in area located near a tractor repair business and a church. The sheriff, damn, what? This is, so what do they think this is then? They say there's no foul play. Donnie, does that sound like foul play?
For sure.
What I'm reading sounds like foul play. What? They're like, it's no foul play. I'm reading. How could all of this be this way?
Yeah, it's hard to. I don't like the
rope over his neck after he was killed to make fun.
You know, I just don't like it's. I don't like normalizing it. Is my thing, right? Because I think of I have nephews and I have nieces and stuff like that, right? So, you know, I just don't like to normalize it, but, you know, man.
I understand you, bro.
Yeah.
It could, yeah, it's true because it is almost.
I don't want to get into conspiracy things or anything like that, but shit, man. Shit.
But
yeah, especially in like North Carolina, Texas, and all those like quote unquote southern states. You know, you got to be careful. I mean, it's like they're always trying to, you know, put a demonstration down to say, hey, this is, you know, it's gangster shit. Put a demonstration down to keep you in check or to scare you. But that's what I think. But you know, we just keep on going as we should. You know, but man, you know, it's always a stop sign, right? So, you know.
Yeah, I guess so, man. That's an interesting read. Anybody who watches the stream after, I'm gonna make sure the chat stays on, but let me check. Oh, sorry, it was echoing. Yeah. Check that article out and let me know what you think of it. It sounds kind of weird, you know, just how it's written seems like they're describing, to me, it reads like they're describing foul play while they say the sheriff is saying there's no foul play. But I don't know. You tell me what you think. Subscribers, anyone, right? Live chat play. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. On that note, I'm gonna be out. I got a few things to take care of today, but I appreciate seeing you and you hopping up, Donnie. That was real cool. Yeah. Politics. It's political season, brother.
Yeah. Hey, VB, man, you know I appreciate what you do, bro, and I love you big time. I'm sorry I don't have a lot to add, you know what I'm saying? But I'm learning. I'm here to learn, bro. So
no worries. Me too. Me too. Exactly. Thanks for hopping up, man, and sharing your time. And it is all about the learning for real. Because somebody peeped me on this story. That was Pumpkin. This one of the stories she just sent over to me.
Oh yeah, Pumpkin stayed with it. You know what I'm saying? She stayed up on it. You know, she does.
Exactly. That's why I roll with Pumpkin. She got all the news. You know. But all right, and Andrea was here. Let me see.
BB, because she was the first one to break that to me. Well, you know, she was the first one to that guy that was saying that black folks owe reparations. Yeah, Pumpkin was the first one to do that. That's
Mark Richardson, right? Mark something.
Yeah.
Mark Robinson.
Yeah. I forget his name. His name ain't even worth remembering, but yeah.
Oh man, he say some disgusting stuff, bro. Let me see here. Andrea said P-Mart doesn't have a problem criticizing the county his family came from and the county they migrated to. Yeah, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, he just criticized his whole damn country. Donald Trump is he is totally unpatriotic. He's an unpatriotic one because he claims to be like he is, but everything he does is so unpatriotic. He does shit. He's gonna have people acting funny if he gets elected again. Yeah, go ahead.
What I find interesting is like, like I could just only tell you what I know, right? So I'm at my motherfucking. Sorry, I didn't mean to tell. I'm at. Sorry, BB, I forgot what I was. I was at my hygienist, doing a regular dental appointment, and it's a white lady. She carries on and talks to me, and she started talking politics, and she says the same thing, like she doesn't know what to do, but she says this is a woman. She says she doesn't want a female running things.
What?
I mean, just for whatever it's worth. I'm just throwing. That's what was said to me.
She doesn't want a woman.
Yeah.
In the presidency.
Straight up,
Wow. Yeah. That is interesting, bro. Nah, I didn't know that. That is weird. What do you think that's about? Women that don't trust women.
I don't think it's layered.
It's layered, yo.
Yeah, it's definitely layered.
It may be more than her just being a woman, right? Might be something else, her background.
It's layered. Unpacking that would be
I don't know. Could be her sorority she was in. Maybe somebody don't like that.
Well, I would have to ask her. Yeah, I would have to ask her.
All right, Daddy. All right, man.
All right, big bro.
All right, we wrap. Peace, everybody. We out. Like, subscribe, and support the channel. If you like it, leave a comment, and I'll catch up with y'all. Peace.
If I just ruled the world, I would give y'all everything. Yes, we going out. We going out just like that. Yeah. We going out. We going out just like that. Yes, we going out. We keep it moving like that. Yes, y'all, we going out. We gon' keep moving it just like that. Yeah. This is kind of like a prayer going out to all the peeps close to me and dear to me, the ones that's been there for my whole life, the ones that came later in my life. Yeah, I appreciate all the blessings God has given me, and I want to repay it to you like this. Clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Introducing. This is the joint where we give shout outs to all the peeps, you know what I'm saying?
Now you know how I am.
We couldn't do this joint
stuff like this. We gonna answer. According to the family, Javion was there for work as a truck driver. Then all of a sudden something happened and he found hung from a tree. We don't play that, and we want answers from everybody there, especially the sheriff's department there, because they're trying to give the family a runaround. Now, according to the family, his mom has been trying to get down there so she can see her son. The sheriff's department will not let her see him, talking about, oh, due to COVID, we can't let you in. We know that's a bunch of, I ain't gonna say the word. Also, according to the family, the sheriff's department down there, that's the chief. The sheriff's department down there is saying that he went to Walmart, purchased a rope, and he did it to himself. No, we're not playing that. No, we are not. He was found less than a mile from his truck. How did he get in a tree? We're not playing that game. And since you are saying that he went to Walmart, purchased a rope, and did it to himself, show us proof. Show us video proof. Make us be quiet. Show us proof that he did this. And why won't you allow the family to come see their son? Are you going to try to cremate him? Are you going to try to get rid of evidence? So we calling on the police chief, Marcus Barrow. Now, the only Walmart that I saw in that area in Henderson, North Carolina, is this Walmart right here. It's on North Cooper Road. Then I started researching to see what truck stops are there where truckers can go and relax. Check's Truck World is there. We need video footage. And these places right here, 85 Truck Plaza, Raleigh Road Enterprise, and like I said, Check's Truck Stop. These three right here are where I would start. I did look around their buildings on the satellite. All of them have cameras. So somebody knows something. Henderson Police Department in North Carolina. What are you trying to hide? Who are you trying to cover up for? Because we're not falling for the open. Like this is a new time. Chief Marcus Barrow, we need answers. We need them fast. We need them quick. We don't need no cover up. You sit up here trying to hide from the mother, or you trying to hide information?
This is the joint where we give shout outs to all the peeps. You know what I'm saying? You know we couldn't do this joint without